It's been what? Half a year now? You heard me. It's been over half a year, hasn't it? Alright, alright. I didn't ask for details, smarty pants. I know it's only been a month since I successfully kidnapped you and imprisoned you here. And of course, I can't take all the credit. I did have a little bit of help. Who am I kidding? I'm a supervillain. Of course I'm gonna take all the credit. I bet the rest of my teammates have already leeched off me already. Selfish pricks. You didn't hear anything. All I need from you right now is an answer. Oh, come on. Would you stop bawling your eyes out for 1 minute and give me an answer? Oh, I don't know. I thought I would just swing by out of the kindness of my heart. Oh my god. Can you take a hint? I was being sarcastic. Look, can you please just explain to me why a whole month has passed and no one, not a single soul, has even made the attempt to rescue you? Watch it. You're still my prisoner, remember? You ought to be glad I'm taking the extra steps to ensure your well-being. Had it been anyone else, you would have been a rotting skeleton weeks ago. I just don't understand it. I mean, I know we pulled a classic deception and misdirection tactic to nab you, but still. I know they at least would have noticed you missing, especially by now. What do you mean they knew from the start? Somehow, I don't believe you. Dense. Buddy, do you even know who you're talking to? Even through your tears, you're quite bold, aren't you? You know what? No. I'm not going to kill you. And unlike one of my colleagues, I prefer to get the answers in mostly humane ways. Now, don't be mistaken. I can and will hurt you. But I'm not going over the top. Regardless of the situation, I still see you as a valuable asset to me. Now you're calling me a liar? Listen here, nerd. I can be many things, but a compulsive liar is not one of them. Now, obviously, I can't tell you everything, but rest assured, whenever I say something will happen, I mean it. It's honesty. Brutal honesty. And I'm being brutally honest whenever I say I am very confused as to why no one from your team has even made the attempt to set you free from my clutches. You say they won't come, but I can't help but feel that they may have already tried, at least once without my knowledge. Who knows? This could be part of some gratuitous plan. To gain insight into knowledge about us, of course. There's no need to deny it. I've dealt with this type of situation far too many times before. Let me guess. A listening device of some sort was implanted in a way that no scanner would pick it up. No? Then maybe a drone with a camera of some sort that's secretly watching and recording us? No. Okay. A double agent then? No. Wait a minute. Are you the double agent then? As stupid as it might sound, it's happened before. Once, I kidnapped someone who I thought was the Prime Minister of Australia. I soon realized that I had kidnapped a double agent working for an organization to bring down the continent. How did I know? Well, it should have been obvious from the start. They never once used their anti-gravity manipulation powers to escape my temporary holding cell. Almost everyone and their mother knows that Australia is the birthplace of people who gain power to manipulate gravity. I mean, for crying out loud, the most popular video going around is a guy moonwalking underwater. Upside down, for that matter, too. Do a background check and guess where it's from. None other than freaking Australia. Anyways, following that encounter and many other things one hears about that place, I vowed never to venture there alone again. Enough of that. Let's get back to you. Why are you still here in my cell? It's been over a month, and if you're going to escape, even without your help, there has been plenty of opportunity for you to do that. Oh, wow. And here I am calling you a nerd. Oh, for the love... Think, smarty pants, think. Why would I go out of my way to kidnap someone like you, huh? No. No. Didn't we just establish that I'm not trying to hurt you? Maybe that's your secret power, continuing to push people's buttons unnecessarily. Oh, so now you've decided to apologize. Personally, I prefer your continual snarky retorts and comebacks. Look, I'm not a masochist. It just makes sense. It's not as exhilarating when a hero decides not to show some form of resistance. It's like kicking a baby. I might be a supervillain, but I haven't lost my soul or sense of humanity. Empathetic? Well, you're not wrong. It's just better for me not to show it too often. You know, for a supposed genius, you ask a lot of dumb questions. But the simple answer is, a lot of evildoers believe that having any kind of emotion is a form of weakness. On the other hand, maybe some of your colleagues have taught you that being emotional is a good thing, compared to the other side of the coin. They're not wrong, but they're not right either. Riddle me this. When you see a hero whose powers are fueled by anger, what do you see? Some may see a hero utilizing their anger for good. Others will see a dangerous weapon. If one is left unchecked, there could be catastrophic consequences, borderline destructive. That leaves the question, who's right? Correct. Either you're a fast learner or you've been trying to play me for a fool. But anyways, yes, both are right. So, what's the difference? Exactly. Empathy. In other words, empathy is one of the main factors of changing one's perspective on things. Whether you empathize with the hero's anger issues or not, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, there are two sides of the same coin. Good and evil, dark and light, hero, villain. There's no difference. It's just a matter of who has more empathy. You seem to find this humorous. I'm a philosopher at times, but philosophy isn't my major. Speaking of expectations, with all that wailing you were doing, I expected you to be more of a crybaby without any nerves or spine to call your own. Tell you what, I'm going to concede. If, and only if, you convince me as to why it's taking so damn long for my nemesis, aka your teammates, to just swing by and at least try to bust you out. Judging by their looks, I say we have plenty of time. Can't say I'm surprised. What kind of kid in this day and age wouldn't be inspired to become a hero, save lives, whatever goody two-shoes cliche they're doing? Uh-huh. Go on. An incident? I see. Lieutenant Faith? Of course. Who could forget a face like that? He took you in personally. That makes sense. You did seem awful young. Oh, I'm sure it was amazing. Until... How could anyone forget that? Once it was revealed that the lieutenant was no more, it felt as though the whole world froze momentarily. You mean my nemesis? He did what? I knew it. That scoundrel. Nothing. Keep going. Oh, sure. Avenge their death. Give me a break. Really? I bet that was a huge shocker. It's not like we were going to give you all a break. We were trying to get some victories under our belt as well. What do you mean? Did he hit you or something? I see. You've intrigued me, and thus have gained my full attention. Now keep going. You mentioned that my nemesis was especially hard on you. Harassing you verbally. Purposely left you out of certain missions. Kept ignoring you. Replace you. What makes you say that? So, who did he replace you with? Wait a minute. Stop right there. As you're telling me all this, I can't help but connect some dots. Tell me something. They already had an idea of our scheme, right? The one that led to your capture. And now that I think about it, they must have planned using you as bait as well. It would have certainly made the replacement process a lot easier, wouldn't it? It seems clear you weren't exactly in on it. I knew it, that son of a... I shouldn't be surprised. It seems no matter what, he's always succeeded in playing me for a fool. Always one step closer, while I'm always one step away. It's already bad enough that you, my nemesis, are the reason why I'm here in this predicament in the first place. Oh, jeez, there they go again. Wait a minute. Maybe, just maybe, I can use this situation. You fool, you've given me your ultimate weapon, the perfect means for your undoing. If I can convince this nerd to join us, I can finally be one step closer to exacting my revenge. From what I heard, they obviously have no need for them, or so they foolishly thought. Still, this won't be easy in their current state. They're just bound to decline. All they need is a little convincing. Hey, wipe your tears. As I said earlier, I will release you. However, I will have to give you a new proposal before I can even consider it. I can, and I will. As you know, I've been making multiple attempts to exact my revenge on my nemesis, your former boss, for quite some time. Yes, you heard me. Your former boss. You catch on quick, but I have my reasons. All you need to know is that you could very well be the final piece I need to achieve my goal. Isn't it obvious? You said it yourself. Your boss wanted nothing to do with you once Lieutenant Faith was gone. After all, he did abuse you. It doesn't matter if he didn't hit you. He verbally abused you. Look, it doesn't matter. Abuse is abuse. The only difference is you've been hit psychologically rather than physically. Mental health is just as important as physical health. And what he said was not okay. He took your lifelong dream and turned it into a nightmare. A nightmare that, thanks to him, will haunt you for the rest of your life. Not to mention he left you here, with me, of all people. You can't deny that fact. You have been here for the past month. If they really did care, they would have come back for you, wouldn't they? Maybe you don't see it, but I know, deep down, there's a feeling of rage that dwells inside you. The rage of a broken hero. I can empathize in a way, because I too feel the same way. I know, deep down, you just wanted to prove yourself to that jerk. It seems I have a phone call. I'll give you some time to think it over. Orok, this had better be important. Yes, I'm in the middle of something, now tell me. And don't you dare beat around the bush. Dr. Zagobos. Wasn't she working on... Go on. How am I not surprised? This is my nemesis we're talking about after all. What? They did what? Well, this changes things. I know that. Not exactly. Let's just say I found a replacement. Perhaps someone who's behind enemy lines. You'll see soon enough. So, there's been a sudden change. Our good friend, Dr. Zagobos, well, let's just say my nemesis has put her out of commission. No, comatose. although we're not sure for how long. At least she's still alive. She's one of the more admirable brains of the bunch on our end, and with her nearly being out of the picture, this does put us at a disadvantage. But with you, we might change that. You're right, you may be seen as a replacement, but bear this in mind. You'll be helping yourself out, too. How? Like I said before, this could be the only chance to enact vengeance, to prove to him and to yourself you're more than a replacement. Who knows, you might be able to convince me as well. I know I'm not exactly the most friendly type of person here. My words are harsh, but not cruel. I can be many things, but a compulsive liar is not one of them. In case you don't believe me, ask one of my colleagues. They often berate me for my unfiltered truths. And consider this. Your current living conditions aren't ideal, yes, but they're far cry from inhuman. Even though I've threatened you and stated some unpleasant things, have I ever actually hit you? No, I haven't. Although, I must confess, it was a possibility that I thought of during your early days here. I presumed that the clear sign of your life being threatened would have helped speed up the process. Now that I know the truth, however, it would have been a complete waste of my time. So tell me, do you accept my offer? Very well. Name them. Just to prove your self-worth. What else? I thought we had already established that, but go on. Of course. Anything else? That's it for now. What does that even mean? I see. Well, in that case, now it's my turn. First, and most importantly, you must do exactly as I say. Just because I'm reasonable doesn't mean you're safe. If you're ever looking to dig an early grave, then simply ignore me. I'm sure the others will waste no expense fulfilling that wish. Second, if anyone were to ask, inform them that I told your former friends and teammates that I killed you, and you are presumed dead. Although, if we were going to be honest here, I'm sure my nemesis must have hushed out the same excuse for your teammates. That's it for now. If there's anything else, I'll let you know. Yes, I did use the same trick you just pulled. So, do you accept? Good. You're quite impatient, aren't you? The restroom? Why didn't you just use the stall in there? Clogged? Since when? Why didn't you say something sooner? I could have easily called a plumber, maybe even a cleaner. They're surprisingly good household maintenance. All right, give me a moment. Sorry, but you can't run around all willy-nilly around here. Follow me. Here we are. And do us both a favor and don't try to make any escaped attempts. Trust me, I'll know. It just occurred to me that I'm practically their babysitter, even though I've been doing this for basically a month. Oh well, I'll manage. Because now, I finally have a chance. A chance to make you regret what you did to me, my nemesis. Just you wait. The poor fool won't even know what hit him.